Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome back to the Strong Muslim Podcast, where we seek wisdom, purpose, and barakah in our lives. Today, let's talk about something that touches every one of us: wealth. How do we build financial freedom in a way that pleases Allah? How do we earn, save, and grow our money without compromising our deen? The world tells us to chase riches at any cost, but Islam teaches something far deeper: that true wealth is not just in what we have, but in how we earn it and how we use it. Wealth can be a blessing or a trial. It can bring barakah, or it can bring destruction. The choice is ours. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and his companions understood this balance. They earned wealth, but their hearts were never attached to it. Today we'll reflect on what it truly means to build halal wealth, and the mindset we need to adopt. The true purpose of wealth. We often measure success by numbers, bank accounts, properties, luxury. But Allah reminds us in the Quran, wealth and children are but adornment of the worldly life. But the enduring good deeds are better to your Lord for reward and better for one's hope. Surah Al-Kahf, 1846. The scholars of Islam have long emphasized that wealth is a trust, not an ultimate goal. Ibn Qayyim rahimahullah once said, "Wealth is like a dog. If you command it, it serves you. But if you let it command you, it will eat you alive." This is the reality we see around us. People enslaved by money, chasing it endlessly, yet never feeling content. True financial success in Islam is not just about what you earn, but about how you earn it and what you do with it. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, himself was a businessman, but his transactions were built on honesty and fairness. He showed us that making money is not haram, but how we pursue it determines our fate. The halal path to wealth building. We live in a time where haram earnings are normalized: interest-based loans, deceit in business, shortcuts to profit. But wealth that is not pure will never bring peace. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, "A time will come when people will not care how they earn their money, whether it is halal or haram." Bukhari, 2059. This is our reality today. The rush for success makes people compromise their values, thinking that haram wealth will give them stability. But what they don't realize is that Rizq, sustenance, is written. What is truly yours will never miss you, and what is not meant for you will never reach you. There is no blessing in money earned through deception. A dishonest businessman may accumulate millions, but his soul remains restless, his wealth is constantly drained by unseen calamities, and his heart never finds peace. But a believer who earns with honesty, even if his wealth seems small, will see barakah multiply what he has. Interest, riba, is another trap that modern finance glorifies. But Allah is clear about its consequences. Allah destroys riba and gives increase for charities. Surah Al-Baqarah, 2:276. No matter how lucrative an interest-based system seems, it is destined for failure. The best way to build wealth is to seek halal alternatives, ethical business, honest labor, and fair transactions. And then, there is the secret ingredient that defies logic: giving. In dunya, we think that wealth increases when we save, but in Islam, wealth truly grows when we give. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, "Charity does not decrease wealth." Sahih Muslim, 2588. Think about that. Charity does not decrease wealth, it purifies and multiplies it. The wealthiest companions of the Prophet, like Abdur Rahman ibn Awf, R.A., understood this deeply. They gave, and Allah kept increasing them. Their wealth was not just about numbers, it had barakah. The modern world tells us that success is about hoarding, but Islam teaches us that success is about sharing. The money that flows through our hands is not truly ours. It is a trust. What we keep will one day leave us, but what we give remains written with Allah forever. Finding barakah in wealth. When we talk about financial freedom, we must ask, what kind of freedom are we seeking? Some people accumulate millions yet remain anxious, always fearing loss. Others may have less, but they sleep peacefully, knowing their wealth is pure. That is the difference between money with barakah and money without it. Barakah is when your income lasts longer than it logically should. Barakah is when your business grows effortlessly, when doors open in unexpected ways, when what you have satisfies you. Barakah is not just about having more, it is about feeling fulfilled with what you have. One of the most powerful ways to invite barakah is to always ask Allah for it. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, would make dua for barakah in his earnings, in his food, in his time. If we want true financial success, our first step is to seek Allah's blessings before we seek profits. Wealth is not the enemy. It is a tool. It is a means to an end. The question is, Will we use it to bring ourselves closer to Jannah, or will we let it become a distraction that pulls us away? The richest people in Islamic history were not just those with gold and silver. They were those who had wealth and used it for a greater purpose. They gave, they built, they uplifted others. So as we strive for financial freedom, let's remember, true freedom is not found in how much we own, but in how much we trust in Allah. May Allah bless our wealth, purify our earnings, and grant us financial success that brings us closer to Him. Ameen. Thank you for tuning in to the Strong Muslim Podcast. If this episode touched your heart, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Until next time, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.